Have you ever sat on someone's lap just to hear dude your ass is so bony it hurts? What are some skinny people problems? Sometimes in roller coasters you don't feel super secure in the harness or seat belt. I almost flew out of the swinging pirate ship when it was at max height, like 50 feet. I was around 13, and maybe 90 to 100 pounds and in the mid 5 feet range. There's a good reason why I don't like roller coaster and other things like that. It's basically a slingshot for me. I fell out of my seat on a very tall and fast roller coaster at SeaWorld because they strapped me and my mom in together and she isn't a twig like me. Luckily I fell out on an ascent and made it back under the belt before we started going down again. Funny thing is, me and my mom are nearly the same weight but she's just 5 inches shorter. I now refuse to go on any ride that has one seat belt for 2 people. Putting extra holes into belts. Putting extra holes into belts. Having to invest in a leather hole punch and all to get clean belt holes. I always just dealt with the off-center hole from a drill bit. I'm finally getting fat now though. Damn, why didn't I think of a drill bit? Mine just got a frayed out hole from a pocket knife. Leaning your head on my shoulder probably feels like leaning on a jagged rock. Reminder for you all to consume more calcium so your skeleton doesn't try to escape. This is a message brought to you by r/neverbrokeabone. Haha, this is like hugging my skinny mother. I want quality hugging time with her but oh, so bony. I will add here that her skinny person problem was finding go-go boots that fit to her thin calves when those were the style. She and my grandmother had to hunt the entire city but did finally find some elasticized ones. The boots. So true. They float around the leg and look silly. There's so much extra space. Even when those heels that were ankle booties were a thing, there was way too much space. Any boots that don't lace are a no-go. Hard to keep my pants up. I have no butt. I have to wear belt regardless of the pants I'm wearing. I also struggle sitting for long periods of time because of my lack of glutes. Me too, but I'm far from skinny. I have Hank Hill syndrome, I guess. I hate admitting this, but before my partner started working out seriously he was very bony and it was always just slightly uncomfortable to rest my head on his shoulder or chest. Really made a huge difference in comfort when he bulked up with a bit of muscle. I never said anything to him either way though. We both tend to the scrawny side, so I know how shitty remarks like that can make you feel. Edit. Chill out y'all. I compliment him all the time on how amazing he looks and how much gains he's made. What I don't do is compare how he looks now with how skinny he used to be, or tell him he's easier to cuddle now that he's bulked up. That would be mean and defeat the whole purpose of the compliment. People commenting on your body all the time because since you are skinny you can't be offended. People asking how much I weigh. I was getting fitted by a seamstress who measured my waist and said, "Oh, that's disgusting." I know she was being self-conscious, but I was so shocked at her choice of words. It was so unprofessional. Someone called me disgustingly skinny in front of an entire party of our friends back in high school. I didn't even know how to react back then. I'm still thin. She's not, lol. When I was trying on wedding dresses, the attendant said, "Oh, this one is nice. It gives you a shape." Hey now, rectangle is still a shape. You have to sit in the middle seat of the car during long trips, or in the trunk of a sportsback car. Been there, done that. I'd volunteer as a kid hoping we needed it. Riding in the trunk is some movie kidnapping shit. Never got to do it properly, was always the little brother in the middle instead. I almost died in a trunk once after a night out partying. We had one solid good guy TD who had a small car and this girl was like, "Ride in the trunk with me and we'll fool around." Well, a fire extinguisher in the trunk went off somehow, and it did its job, sucking all the air out of the confined space. I knew it was extinguisher by the taste. From when I used one as kid and got some in my mouth. We started banging on the trunk screaming we are dying, and the backseat passengers thought we were joking. I took a last breath and went unconscious on top of the girl. The big guy in the passenger seat managed to clean lift my dead weight out of the trunk because they realized it went quiet. I landed in wet grass and started barfing slime. She was only half conscious, and after a few hours of supervision we were okay. Bad time. I not recommend this experience 010. Holy shit, at least you got the story out of it. That sounds scary AF. Hard to float when I swim. I've lost 80 pounds and the first time I went swimming again after losing most of the weight I was so confused by this. It had never occurred to me that I was more buoyant when I was heavier. My sister lost 60 pounds a couple years ago. She noticed the same thing when she went swimming. And she also noticed she got a tiny bit shorter. Had an aunt who lost over 100 ibs and I would swear she looked shorter. No numbers to confirm. Not being able to sit on hard surfaces. I lost the padding on my butt and now a bike seat is hell. Have you ever sat on someone's lap just to hear dude your ass is so bony it hurts? My ex used to call me Knife Butt for this exact reason. Knife Butt is the coolest superhero name. Boxers always ride up, cause my hips are bigger than my waist. This is super annoying, but especially when people ask why are you sagging your pants when my pants are normal. It's my underwear being almost at my belly button. People commenting on your weight all of the time. Painful to lie in the bath. High risk of pressure sores. The constant commenting is tough. Even the casual, oh, you can eat anything, you're so skinny moments just feel ick. I don't think about what my body looks like while I peruse the menu, but a comment like that puts me in my head about it, and then I'm thinking about how I should even respond to a statement like that, and then I can't decide what to order. I wish I had your metabolism. But if you followed me around for a day and matched my food intake, you'd probably starve. I have to remind myself to eat proper amounts of food, especially when I'm busy/stressed. My usual reply to "oh my god you're so skinny" is "are you jealous?" This somehow makes them self-conscious and they stop bothering me. This is the strat, haha, yeah, if I could eat anything I probably wouldn't be so skinny, would I? Maybe I hate my often low appetite. I understand it looks like a blessing if you're someone who struggles with eating too much, but it always feels a bit invalidating when people ignore that you can also struggle with eating enough. I'm not anorexic, but I do consciously keep track of how much I eat so I don't forget to eat and feel weak/get too thin. It's not fun having to eat when you're not hungry. Cold all the time. Give me a blanket please. The very first time I tried to diet down to 10% body fat, there were two things people did not prepare me for. 1. Being cold all the time. 2. How much it hurt to walk barefoot. My husband lost over 60 ibs a few years ago and was always complaining he was cold. My 100 ibs ass was like, welcome to my world. It's cold and fuzzy socks are a must. Nearly everyone can beat you in a fight because 9 times out of 10 they will just pick you up and body slam you. Edit. And when you freak another skinny person, it sounds like you're damaging a pair of skeletons in Minecraft. I remember everyone wanting to arm wrestle me when I was younger because I was all bones and I could never win a single game. Everyone used to give me a chance to win and let their arm loose, but just at the end moment they slammed it the other way. I couldn't even slightly move their arm when they used their full strength. One time a lady approached me in public with her young daughter, accusing me of being anorexic, and said, "You're a bad influence on my daughter." Even if I had anorexia, what an awful thing to say, and surely she's a worse influence on her daughter with that kind of behavior. There is literally zero reason to go up to anybody of any size and project your mental illness onto them. Jesus Christ. There are probably a lot of valid reasons why someone struggles with their body image, But the existence of somebody random in public is not one of them, and certainly not a reason to approach them about it. Flip side of that, near strangers who do have body image disorders announcing out of the blue that they hate you for having what they want. There is literally zero reason to go up to anyone at all and talk to them about their body. I'm a guy who was skinny. Some women weren't into skinny guys. I met my wife when I was really thin, and later she let me know she was a little on the fence about it. I am 5 feet 10 inches and weighed 140 pounds when we met. I was biking everywhere and living off of rice and beans. After 14 years of better food and 10 years of weightlifting, I'm 190, but I'm old and married and have no idea if women care. I still look skinny, but I'm just dense, I guess. I don't look like a skeleton anymore though. One thing I miss, when you're really skinny, your dong looks huge. I'm literally 6 feet 3 inches and 145. If you looked like a skeleton, I guess I'm just dead. It may have been more about her than about you. My ex-husband was very slim, 128 pounds, and during the entire length of our relationship I never weighed less than him. It was really hard on my self-esteem. People touch you a lot. They do that measuring thing where they use their fingers to measure your wrists or use their hands to see if they fit around your waist. You randomly get picked up a lot and people constantly say you're so small/tiny, like you're a baby. The non-consensual touching is the worst. Why is this seen as acceptable? I'm not a toy to be played with, it's weird. No clue why it's acceptable. I'm over it though. Lol, do you also get reminded a lot that someone could just break you or squish you if they sit on you or squeeze you? I get told that a lot too. Then everyone giggles about it. I ended up deciding to be an asshole every time someone does that. Quickly pull away my hand and don't touch me like that with a damn good stink eye. When you're trying to gain weight and it's 10 p.m. and you still need to consume another 1200 calories for the day but you're still full. Story of my life, lol. I was tracking calories for a short period of time and every night it was like, okay, where am I supposed to find 1000 calories now? And then everyone tells you that they're jealous of USMH. Like, thanks, you too can be just a few pounds away from possible hospitalization. Note, since this is getting popular, I don't drink dairy. I'll eat cheese, ice cream, etc. But my little brother is allergic to dairy, so I grew up in a household without it. It's hard for me to go back to drinking milk after over a decade of not. Imagine. The like button asked you if you are anorexic. Just beat it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video here.